Now let us see various possible solutions of one-dimensional heat equation, that is this, by the method of separation of variables. This equation can be written as this, that is dou u by dou t is equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. Now we are going to solve this differential equation. Let us take this u as x into t, where x is a function of x and t is a function of small t. Hence the PDE becomes, so I am going to replace in the place of u xt here and here. Let us see what happens now. Xt here and xt here. Since we are differentiating partially with respect to t, your x can come out as a constant, and here we are differentiating with respect to x, t can come out as a constant. So what happens here? X has come out dou t by dou t, dou t by dou t. Since this t depends on only one variable t, we can replace this partial derivative as ordinary derivative. So dt by dt is equal to c square into t, and since our x depends on only one variable x, we can replace this partial derivative by ordinary derivative as d square x by dx square. Now we need to separate the variables. Let us cross multiply this x this side and cross multiply this c square t to the other side. Let us see what happens now. If we have cross multiplied this c square t to the other side, what it gets? 1 by c square t here is equal to 1 by x is equal to 1 by x into d square x by dx square. So this is completely in terms of t, this is completely in terms of x. So this is nothing but separation of variables, separation of variables. So as usual we are going to take this as k and this as k, equating both sides to a common constant k. So we are going to equate both sides to a common constant k. Let us equate now. Yeah, let us equate. We are going to equate these two as k. I have taken this as k and this as k. So where you have taken this and this as k. Now cross multiply this to the other side. What you get? dt by dt is equal to dt by dt is equal to c square t into k you will get if you cross multiply. Then what we do, if you take this whole thing to the LHS, what you get? Minus c square tk is equal to 0 you will get. Similarly, let us simplify this first. See, you will get this is equal to 0. Similarly here what happens? If you cross multiply this side, what you get is equal to kx is equal to k into x. Then if you take this to the LHS, what you get? Minus kx is equal to 0 you will get. So that is minus kx is equal to 0. So this is one differential equation now, and this is another ordinary differential equation. We are going to write this in terms of capital D first, then we write the auxiliary equation. T has been taken out as common, T has been taken out as common, and we denote this as capital D minus c square k is equal to 0, and x can be taken out. x can be taken out. We take this as d square minus k is equal to 0, where we have taken the notations. First case, here also we have three cases for k. It may be equal to 0, or maybe negative, or maybe positive or negative. We are going to find the solutions in all these three cases. First case, let us take k is equal to 0. If you take k is equal to 0 here and here, what this equation reduces to, let us see. Auxiliary equations are m is equal to 0, right? If you take k is equal to 0 here, what do you get first? d minus 0 into t is equal to 0. That is dt is equal to 0. Then what is the auxiliary equation? We replace d by small m. That is m is equal to 0. So directly we got 1 root m as 0 for this differential equation. And if you replace k is equal to 0 here, what you get? d square minus 0 into x is equal to 0. d square x is equal to 0. So what is your auxiliary equation? M square is equal to 0. M square is equal to 0. Then what are the roots then? M is equal to 0 is one root. Since we have quadratic term here, we get two roots, 0, 0 for this differential equation. Only one root for this differential equation, two repeated roots for this differential equation. Now based on this, we are going to write the CF. Therefore the roots are, this root is for this differential equation, and these roots are for this differential equation. Solutions are given by, we have only one root. The solution for this is CF for only one root is t is equal to, for this differential equation, t is equal to, how do we write? C1 into e to the power mx, right? But what is m for this? M is 0. So we replace this as 0. So it is not x, it should be t, because we have capital T as a function of small t, so we have to take small t here, not x. So what do you get? C1 e to the power 0t. In the place of m we have taken 0. So this is the CF for this differential equation. Similarly, based on these two repeated roots, we are going to write the solution for this. What is the solution? Solution is x, which is just C1. Okay, this is C1. X is equal to, since we have the repeated roots, your CF will be C3 plus C2x, or this you can write as C2 plus C3x also. You can write in this way also. Anyway is okay. In the textbook they have taken C2x plus C3 to the power common. One time we write 0x, right? So we got one solution for t as just C1, and the solution for x is this. Now let us multiply and write the solution u. What is the value of e to the power 0x? It is 1. So what is the CF as this? What is the value of x? Hence the solution of PD in this case, x into t. What is x? X is just, x is here, x is this. X is this, and t is C1. In the place of capital X we will write this, in the place of capital T we write C1. So x into t. See, this is your x and this is your value of t we have written. Now let us go for the other case. K is equal to 0, we are done with the solution. The other case will be k is positive. K is positive. Before that, let us rewrite this. If you multiply this inside, C1 inside, if you multiply, what do you get? C1 C2 x plus C1 C3. C1 C3. Let us consider this as A and consider this as B. So what do you get? Ax plus B. We will get just Ax plus B as the solution, where A is this and B we have taken as C1 C3. So case 2, let K be positive, say plus P square. We are going to take that as plus P square. So let us replace K as P square and write the auxiliary equations where we have taken here. We are going to replace in the place of K by P square here. P square. What do you get? D minus C square P square into T is equal to 0 here. D square minus P square into X is equal to 0 you will get. Now what is the auxiliary equation? Your auxiliary equation will be, this is the auxiliary equation. What? We replace D by M minus C square P square is equal to 0. This is the auxiliary equation. And what is the auxiliary equation for this? M square minus P square is equal to 0 is the auxiliary equation for this differential equation. So that is what we are going to see now here. We have written the auxiliary equation and the auxiliary equation here. Let us find the roots now. How do we find the roots? If you take this term to the RHS, you will get M is equal to C square P square. And if you take this term to the RHS, what do you get? M square is equal to P square. And if you apply the roots on both sides, root square and will get cancelled. M is equal to plus or minus P you will get. M is equal to plus or minus P. So here we have only one root. Here we have got two roots. Plus P is one root, minus P is another root. Let us write the solutions. This root is for the differential equation for t. This is for t. This root is for the differential equation which contains capital T. Therefore, the CF is capital T is equal to C1 dash e to the power, this root we write here, C square P square into T. This completes the CF because we have only one root. Here we have two distinct roots, and this roots are for the differential equation containing capital X. Therefore, we write capital X is equal to C2 dash, because we have used C1 dash here, C2 dash e to the power Px plus C3 dash e to the power minus Px, right? So these are the solutions for t and x when the case is positive. Therefore, what is u? Hence the solution of PD is given by u is equal to x into t. X we write in this place, x here we have written t in this place. We have written t here and x here, right? So this completes the solution in the second case. Now we are going for the case where k is negative. For that we take it as minus p square. Before that, we have multiplied, we have combined this constant with this and with this, and we have called that final constant as a here after multiplying c1 dash into c2 dash as a, c1 dash into c3 dash we call it as b. So what you get? What you get is this. See here, a we have called it as the a dash. We will call this as a dash and this as b dash because a and b already used here. A and b are already used. So let us call this as a dash and b dash. So what we get is a dash here, b dash here. So let us go for the third case when k is negative. When k is negative, what you get? What we had here, differential equation d minus c square k into t is equal to 0 we had, right? In the place of k, if you replace minus p square, minus into minus plus, what you get? C square p square, and we replace what you get? D minus into minus plus c square p square into t is equal to 0. Then what is the auxiliary equation? M plus c square p square is equal to 0. That is what we have written here. And similarly, if you replace in the other equation as well, that is d square minus k into x is equal to 0. In this, if you replace minus p square here, minus into minus plus, what you get is d square plus p square into x is equal to 0. So your auxiliary equation will be m square plus p square is equal to 0, which is what we have written here, right? So we need to find the roots from these two. If you take it to the RHS, you get minus c square p square. If you take this to the RHS, what you get? M square is equal to minus p square. If you apply root on both sides, this minus gets converted to root of minus gets converted to I. Square and root will get cancelled. What you get is p. That is m is equal to plus or minus I p. So here it is only one root, that is a real root. Here the roots are complex. The root is real, the roots are complex. How do we write the CF in this case? Let us see. Since this is the root for the differential equation which contains t, solution contains t is equal to c1 double dash e to the power the root into the variable t, right? And the other one x is equal to, since it is the complex root, when you write the solution for the complex root, what you get is c2 double dash cos px plus c3 double dash sin px. We have written x here and here because these are the roots for the differential equation which contains x. So we got the solutions in the third case as well. And the solution of the PD is x, u is equal to x into t. X is this, t is this. I have written the value of t first, then the value of x. As usual, we multiply this here and call this as a double dash, and we multiply this c1 double dash with this and we call this as b double dash. So if you do that, what you get is we write this term here, e to the power minus c square p square t. If you multiply, you get a double dash cos px plus b double dash sin px. So this where a double dash is this and b double dash is this. So we have completed all possible solutions of one-dimensional heat equation by the method of separation of variables. By the method of separation of variables, we found all possible solutions of one-dimensional heat equation as well.